Hello, dear wonderful friends. Welcome back here at La Arnie's Kitchen and Food Creations. Please come join with me as I'm going to share very easy type of baking lessons 101. Time check, it's 53 minutes past the hour of midnight. So 7 minutes more. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, friends. So I'll have to preheat my oven into bake 350 degrees Fahrenheit and then start. So that is pre means preheating. Now I use here glass Pyrex as my baking dish, and with my pastry brush, I use extra virgin olive oil to grease my pan, the sides. So wonderful friends, you can use any type of oil. It doesn't really matter what kind of oil. You can use butter to grease your pans. Okay, that's the only available oil that I have right now. Actually, I have my the other oil, which is that one. It's canola oil, so it's full, but I'm going to use that for my shakoy or my pilipit. So, okay, there you go. You can use whatever baking dish you have available. And so there are four baking dish that I used. And if you don't have this kind of baking dish, no need to worry. You can use round or any or even these torta molders, and you can also line your aluminum foil or tin foil with this parchment paper. Okay, there you go. So remember friends, cooking and baking, they're always make fun and easy here at my little kitchen. It gives you the ideas on what to prepare for your family's next meal or any dessert or any snacks for your loved ones. Okay, so let's start. I have here this strainer or sieve, and at the bottom part there are 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and this is another cup of all-purpose flour. So I'm going to sift this one because sometimes there's a lot of lumps, and so we would like to discard our lumps. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to discard that one. So in other words, there are 4 cups of all-purpose flour, and then I am going to add my 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So make sure your baking powder or your baking soda, these are very good combination of leavening agents. I use baking powder and baking soda. So I use 1 tablespoon of baking powder and 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and then 1 teaspoon of fine salt or iodized salt. I use this kind of salt, table salt or iodized salt, and these are our dry mixture or dry ingredients. Simply try to mix that maybe for 10 to 15 seconds. Set this aside for now. Here at my little kitchen, I love to simplify or create recipes, and I should start from the very scratch, and those are very affordable that you can always buy or purchase that from any of your favorite grocery stores. I use 1 cup of brown sugar and what's this? 1/4 cup. So in other words, I used 1 and 1/4 cups of brown sugar. Oh, by the way, your baking powder and your baking soda, you should close it tightly after using it and make sure that it is not expired because it affects your baking. I have here 5 brown eggs. These are very organic eggs that I bought this from Emily Barola Frank's farm. She's selling beautiful fresh eggs, and I like buying that from her. So 5 eggs into my brown sugar. Okay, 5 large eggs. You can use 6, or you can use a little bit more if you have budget for that. Okay, I have here vanilla extract, and I am eyeballing it, adding 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract or vanilla essence. So wonderful friends, I have here my small hand electric mixer. I have here also my stand electric mixer, but yeah, it's very easy for me that I'll be using the small electric hand mixer, and we're going to beat this for at least 2 minutes. I will be pausing in between friends. Okay, so I will continue beating that for another 1 minute and I'll show you the difference. Okay, wonderful friends, after 2 minutes. Oh, by the way, I would like to make a special shout out greetings to my good friend, beautiful friend, Miss Nikki Catolico. She just passed her bar exams and she is a certified attorney in the Philippines. Congratulations, Miss Nikki, and I hope you're well. And God bless. So this baking is intended for you as promised. Okay, wonderful friends. So after 2 minutes in the process of beating into high speed, I have here my melted butter, and I use 1/3 cup. So this is the consistency. The butter should be pliable or at room temperature, but I warm this into my microwave. So 1/3 cup of melted butter. So wonderful friends, I added 1/3 cup of melted butter into that side. And so after which I am going to add 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil. Uh, you can use whatever cooking oil you're accustomed to. But for me, okay, extra virgin olive oil, it's a little bit darker. Okay, that's very, very organic, and I love using that. But actually, not necessarily that you will be using extra virgin olive oil because that can be very, very pricey to some of you who lives in different part of the globe. But here, I love to use extra virgin olive oil sometimes in my baking and also in my cooking. So every drop counts. You have to smoothen it because every drop counts. Okay. Friends, I'm using the same measuring cup. I am going to add 1 cup of this full cream because I want my baking to be tasty. This is whipping cream. When you see 35%, that means to say the equivalent amount of fats is more on 35%. You can use fresh milk, of course, or if you don't have that kind of whipping cream, you can use evaporated milk. Well, also you can use this kind of milk. This is 3.25% homogeneous milk, and I love that too, but I'm using the full cream milk. Yes, I'm using this one actually. So into our mixture, there you go. Remember, every drop counts. Okay, this baking, it's not complicated. It's so super easy. Friends, to the point that you don't have milk or eggs or oil, you can always substitute that with yogurt, okay, so that your cake will be moistened. So I'm just showing you, just in case you run out any of milk or butter or oil. Okay, so this is my evaporated milk. As what I've mentioned, that you can use evaporated milk if you don't have some other form of cream or milk. So we are going to beat this for maybe 2 minutes. I'll pause it. I'll pause it, and so you can see up close and personal. Wonderful friends. After 2 minutes, this is the consistency of our mixture. And so I'm going to add my all-purpose flour, the sifted one with salt and baking powder and baking soda. Wonderful friends, simply love to share this formulated mixture. This is for my husband's work tomorrow. I'm giving this for his co-workers. Just for sharing. I'm not selling this actually, but simply love to share it to you, but I'm not selling it. Sorry if I repeated it, because there's a lot of people who are asking, can I buy? Can I buy? But no, thank you this time. So I'm going to beat this one for maybe from slow to medium so that the flour will not be all over the place. So I'm beating this maybe for 15 seconds first, and increase your speed to high. Okay, wonderful friends. I'll turn this off. So maybe less than, maybe 1 minute in the process of beating it. So this is quite dense, as you can see. So we will increase 10 more seconds. Okay, there you go. Turn this off slowly, slowly, surely. Okay, so this is quite dense, as you can see, and that's quite normal. Well, the color is actually light brown, but when you are going to use the white granulated sugar, the color will be very light. Okay, now I have here my bananas, and I have here my mangoes and also my strawberries. So I am going to use 1 cup, and let's say 1.5 cups. Wonderful friends, I sliced the mangoes, sweet ripe mangoes, maybe this cubes, and I have lots and lots of strawberries, so I slice this into cubes, same as the bananas. I'll show you the type of bananas. It's overripe, and you'll be amazed for the result afterwards. Now these are the kind of mangoes, sweet mangoes I used. So I use two of this. Okay, you can also use this kind, but make sure that it is ripe. By the way, for the sagging or for the bananas, I use this overripe bananas. Look at that. So we're going to transform this overripe bananas. So I just need 1.5 cups. By the way, look at my flowers. We bought this one, and my husband will plant that tomorrow after his work. And look at this, the soil. Okay, sorry for the mess, and that's the soil. You can also use this type of bananas, and these are good. It smells very good, and the scent is very good. So I'll be adding 3 mixtures of these fruits: the sweet ripe mangoes, strawberries, and the bananas. So the bananas I did not really puree very well because I want it same consistency with this one. There are chunks, and so I'm going to add that into my batter mixture. Okay, there you go. So we'll just mix or beat this maybe for 30 seconds. We'll not overbeat this because the more you overbeat this, this will produce gluten. Okay, beautiful, wonderful friends. So I still have maybe one cup here, so I will just add this one because this is not really very complicated type of baking. You can be flexible and the result will just be perfectly fine. Okay, there you go, friends. So this is the consistency. Okay, beautiful. It's not very runny. It's just perfectly fine. Okay, let's turn this off and I'll have to unplug this one. And this is going to be poured into our baking Pyrex dish. Okay, there you go. So this is done. So I'm going to divide the entire mixture into 4 trays. And so let's say, so 3 cups per tray. We'll see, and we will repeat the same procedure. And if there are some left, then we can just divide it among 4 trays. So lovely friends, exacto lang talaga. So there are four, 1, 2, 3, 4, four baking trays or glass Pyrex. So 4 times 3 cups. So it's just exact for this 4. So that means to say I produce 12 cups in total of the butter mixture. Now, wonderful friends, you have the option to add some raisins or some nuts. So I'll have to check whether I think I have lots. So, but there's a nurse who a nurse in their unit that doesn't really want to have raisins. So I'll just try to be flexible by not adding raisins. Dear wonderful friends, I have here lots and lots of walnuts. So I will just try to add walnuts here. I don't need to pound it. That's these walnuts are sitting here for a little while. Okay, I want to make use of these walnuts. So that can be very, very optional, wonderful friends. And, repeat the same procedure. Wonderful friends, the walnuts are quite optional. If you don't have walnuts, you can use cashew nuts or even peanuts, just pound it, or even almonds. So the choice is up to you at your own discretion anyways. Friends, at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, it will be into our oven's middle rack. Our oven is now ready, friends. Wonderful friends, it is very heavy. You have to be very careful. Okay, I'll set my timer to 40 minutes, and if needed more time, then you can increase increments of maybe 5. I will let you know. 40 minutes, I'll set it, and if I needed more, then I will tell you. So set that aside and we'll check after 40 minutes.